lost your minds.
Why did they fire you?
The day in the life is not for how much money's in the cash bag, okay?
Oh, today I'm here to talk about why I believe that common sense is dead and the internet killed it. I will bring up some points in this video that will probably leave you not so shocked because I'm kind of late to this conversation, but I know you know that it's dead. So let's have a conversation about how social media and the internet has pretty much distorted our sense of common sense. Is that like real? I don't know. But like, guys, the things that people are posting online for views just don't make that much sense anymore. Whether it's posting about your job step by step without thinking about the security risks, or filming people without their permission, or sharing your private and intimate stories online for views and sympathy from strangers.
Your husband has been sleeping with me and apparently every other stewardess who has ever worked on this airline for years. I think you might need to go. I think you might need to get tested.
Give me that. Are you kidding me? Honey, everything's fine.
My name is Bobina. If you're someone who's interested in influencer culture and social media in general, then you are in the right place. Now let's get comfortable and have a chat about social media. I don't want to be that person who is very cynical or just negative, but I truly and genuinely believe that not everyone that sees you happy is happy that you're happy. Whether it's your coworkers or family members, there's always someone who will probably feel jealous of the fact that you're living a better life, or you're just happier than they are. Because to be honest, I heard someone say you cannot be jealous of someone who has less than you or someone who you think is below you. Whether it might be financially, emotionally, people will feel jealous when you're living a better life than they are. And one of the most common trends is people getting fired because of TikTok. This might be due to very different factors, like for example, you not understanding the social media rules in your workplace. Let's get into that right now, because there is a lady, I'm sure you've heard this story. As I stated, I'm a bit like the conversation, Bobina. But there is this lady who worked at Mac in the airport, LAX, if I'm not mistaken. And for some reason, she decided to detail each and every step of what she does when she gets to work. Now, keep in mind, this is an airport, and the US of A is not very flexible when it comes to security. Now, this video has over 17 million views and 1.1 million likes. Now that's viral.
Thank you, honey. Do you have a straw for me too, please? Thank you, babe.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Do you need a bag today, babe?
Nah.
All right. It's me, 116.39. We're doing card? Yep. You're welcome. Okay.
I will give her this. She's pretty nice to customers and very friendly. I love that. Darling was showing us pretty much everything she was doing. And in another video, she says, oh no, I wasn't fired because of, showing you everything that I do that is private, even the register and everything. It's just because of something else. And people are like, yeah, well, tell us. What is it? What was the thing that got you fired, if not the posting of the video? And she was like, well, if it was because of the video, they would have told me to take the video down. So the video is still up and whatnot. And, that's a point. But I'm like, then why? Why did they fire you?
How everything has blown up. You guys have
You guys have lost your minds. You guys have lost your minds. I just want to make this so simple, so quick, and straight to the point. You guys, the company that I worked for, the airport, they did not ask me to take the videos down. They did not ask me to remove them. They didn't. They told me that I did not have to. This was not a type of security breach or security risk that was putting anybody, in harm's way. The airport, they have a ton of security. They have a ton of things in place, just to make sure that everybody is safe. Tons of people that are like filming in and out of the airport all the time. Our badges, we wear them publicly and around passengers and customers all the time. So they themselves was like, no, you don't need to take the video down. Obviously, you violated, social media policies within our company. But there is no realm.
But then again, those people are not going through very sensitive places. They're going through public places. You have access to very secure and private places. So you can't really compare yourself to the ordinary traveler,
Safety risk or anything like that to where you need to worry about getting in trouble with the law or, being put on the no-fly list you guys are talking about in the comments. Am I mad at myself for making a mistake? Yes. I fucked up. I fucked up, you guys. It was really it was so innocent. I literally just wanted to take you guys on a day in my life as a Mac manager. I've been doing this for years. I've made day in the life videos at work before. I've been a Mac girl for almost 5 years, filming content within the brand, within the store. I've been doing it. So I didn't think nothing of it. Did I fuck up? Yes. Let this be a lesson to you guys to confirm with the companies that you work for what you can post on social media and what you can't, because obviously you see what can happen. I just wanted to come in here and make that very, very clear. The airport did not ask me to remove the videos. If it was such a security risk, they would have asked me to remove them immediately, during my termination. They would have also by now, if that was the case, sent me a cease and desist.
Have you guys seen the girl who worked for Mac in the LAX airport and she just got fired because she did a day in the life and literally walked through how she gets through security, where she goes to pick up the cash for her drawer at the time that she does it, how she counts it out when she puts it back and goes and drops it off at the end of the day, and when she's helping customers and all of that kind of stuff. And it's girly pop, you work in a secure facility, my girl. There's even a shot where you can see, I didn't catch it, but there are people who saw the code to the cash register. Yeah, of course you're gonna not be able to work there, because it's the girl who does the Target hauls, but she stole everything from Target. It's not that in that this girl was stealing, but it's that in you gave everybody the keys to the castle, my girl, and you're surprised that they're not gonna let you keep your job. This, you cannot do that. The day in the life is not for how much money's in the cash bag. Okay?
I think it's very important to understand the rules around social media with whichever company you're working for, and understand that there are certain things that you can and cannot post, and there are certain companies that just actually don't even want you to have a social media account. So you have to understand that if you're going to work for a certain company and they have certain rules about social media, you're probably going to have to compromise. And I think this is something that a lot of us are learning the hard way, because there's a lot of ambiguity, and also a lot of people don't really read documents that they're signing. I realized that when I was in school, where there were some rules around how the school would tell us to do things and all that stuff. And then if our parents disagreed, they'll be like, dude, you signed this in the paper and you gave us the right to do this. And I was like, what? They sold me. First of all, you need to understand the rules, because social media is quite new. So you need to understand what is allowed and what isn't allowed, and what you can and can't get away with. I'll link the video in the description. You can go and finish it off. But the whole point is that, first of all, we need to learn from her situation and hope she's learned from that. And also just be careful and remember that social media is filled with people from different walks of life, people with different beliefs. And again, not everyone is going to be happy that you're happy. This lady watched Den of Thieves or any heist movie, I don't know, maybe Fast and Furious or something, and they would love her. They would love her. They would be like, Josh, Target Mac manager, she posts everything on social media, so go over to social media and find out more information about how we're gonna break into the airport drugs storage. I don't know, something like that. There's always like someone like that who's like oversharing, either with like talking or like posting on social media, and they're like, that's our way in. And it's just not a good look. And to be honest, she's human. She probably thought it was innocent or something like that. Again, common sense. Because there's so many things on social media that we've normalized.
This story out of Santa Barbara is so disturbing. A former employee just leaked 6 photos from inside the Sansum clinic, and they're now going viral. The images show 8 medical professionals literally posing and making faces next to used tissue liners that were visibly stained with bodily fluids. The TikTok was captioned, "Make sure to leave your healthcare workers sweet gifts like these." Imagine being a patient already vulnerable and realizing the people you trusted might have mocked you behind your back. As soon as it started going viral, the account that posted them, originally Angie Uncut, went private, changed its name, and wiped every post. But it was too late. Screenshots were already circulating, and people began blasting the clinic online. Some even tracked it down and started leaving scathing reviews. Sutter Health, which owns Sansum Clinic, had to issue a statement. The trust and dignity of our patients always remain our top priority. We are deeply concerned about a disrespectful social media post made on a personal account by a former employee, and we are conducting a full review in line with our policies. The individual who posted it is a former employee and was not employed with us at the time of the post. Any other staff shown or associated with the content are part of the investigation and are on administrative leave pending the outcome. The post goes against the values, professionalism, and respect we expect from all staff. We have strict policies to protect patient privacy and dignity, and any behavior that disrespects those standards is unacceptable. They said an investigation is underway and promise patients' dignity is their top priority, but for patients, that trust may already feel broken. The staff in those photos haven't been identified yet, and the former employee who leaked them, someone named Angie, hasn't shared more, but the damage is done.
That's so sad and unfortunate, because when you think of someone who goes to the hospital, it's usually someone who's either in pain or someone who has an issue that is probably embarrassing, because there is stigma around certain diseases and having certain illnesses and all that stuff. And then having to see someone post and make fun of something that's similar to what you have, or even when you know that it's you who left that there, and then they post about it and make fun of it, like, that is just disgusting. And especially from like a nurse, that's horrible. People go to the hospital when they're desperate and they're in need of help, and then you take advantage of that for what? For content, for you to go viral on social media? Like, come on. Your license has to be revoked. You need to rethink your life choices if that is you. Making fun of people isn't fun. It's not funny. It's not a joke. And especially if you're in a field that is very sensitive, like nursing. Oh my gosh, yeah. If it were me, I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm never going back there again,
There's so many things going on today, I forgot that I never gave you guys an update on my coworker that tried to get me fired because of my TikToks. So quick recap, my coworker saw my TikTok, saw that it was blowing up, decided they were gonna screenshot my TikTok, my Facebook, my Instagram, sent it to HR because they have nothing better to do, in my opinion. So the head of my department calls me into a meeting and was like, people are concerned with your TikToks. And I'm like, are they concerned or are they jealous? So I'm like, am I getting fired? Do I need to get a lawyer? What the fuck is happening? So they're like, obviously you have freedom of speech to do whatever you want. And I was like, okay. So long story short, I gave them all my Instagram information, my Twitter and my TikTok. They reviewed all the videos and they were like, you didn't do anything wrong. And I was like, that's what the fuck I thought.
And that's another example of someone thriving, living their best life, enjoying themselves, and then having someone feel jealous of that and try to sabotage that. So you just have to keep in mind that you know the rules, and even if they try to do whatever it is that they're going to try and do, whether it's like badmouth you or like try to get you fired, you are clean. Like, you're squeaky clean, you are not doing anything wrong, and you don't get fired. You don't, lose your job, because it's just unfortunate for someone to get fired because of TikTok. Like, why? And I understand that you can make mistakes, but I think we've seen enough examples that we just have to be careful and also be vigilant. And also, if you already have like a TikTok that's thriving and all that stuff, and you apply for a job, make sure you talk about it, bring it up. Tell them, okay, I do this TikTok and I do maybe this YouTube channel. I do this Instagram. And is this going to be an issue for you guys or a problem? So that you know in the beginning and you know where you stand. If they say, it's not an issue for us, you know, start working. And if they say, it's an issue for us, so we'll probably need you to stop posting, then you then can make a decision on whether you want to take the job or you want to keep posting. You know, at least there is nothing like hiding or like pretending. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean.
See, y'all don't never learn, do y'all? Y'all need to learn to stay y'all asses off of TikTok Live. Stop making videos that has a company in there. Stop recording your patients while you're at work. Y'all already know when y'all sign on to these jobs, they tell you in their handbook that you are not allowed to record while at work. Not only that, some of y'all be CNAs and be recording y'all with y'all patients. Do y'all not know that you're not supposed to do that? I'm pretty sure they made it highly aware when you signed onto this job that you were not allowed to do certain things while on the clock. But yet and still, y'all still go ahead and do it and then want to cry later when y'all getting fired. See, that's what's wrong with this generation. Y'all don't know how to put y'all phone down. Y'all feel like every single moment has to be recorded, baby. Everything you do does not have to be recorded. First of all, I don't even want people to know where I work at. Like, y'all be super bold to record yourself in y'all actual uniforms, letting people know where you work at. Never in my mind do I ever go to work and be like, oh, I'm going to record myself and record my surroundings and what I'm doing. That is most definitely a safety hazard, but some of y'all don't care about y'all safety nowadays. Baby, if you knew what was best for you, be careful of what you post on the internet. I don't know why y'all think that people can't get a hold of y'all videos, especially if your profile is public. And then you know that there's coworkers that be watching. You know it's somebody out there that don't like you. Be careful of what you post online. What y'all don't understand is a lot of this stuff will backfire on you. Y'all be safe out here.
And also, just keep in mind, like I said before, just because you're happy doesn't mean that everyone is happy that you're happy, whether it's people online or people in your real life. So just be careful as you're sharing your life on social media that you just don't share too much about yourself. Let people guess. It's better that way, whether it's your romantic relationships, your platonic relationships. Don't share too much because you then give people ammo to come and try and destroy your life. Just be careful and be mindful and question yourself whenever you want to post something online. Is what you're doing helpful or is it just a stunt to get attention and views? So I would love to know down in the comments what you guys think about this topic, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.